Yeah, that's right. I got a new package from NewBeeDrone. There's some awesome stuff in here. Let's check it out. First thing in the package is the NewBeeDrone Max Comfort goggle foam. I also finally got one of the very talked about NewBeeDrone transmitter straps. These are the new Unicorn Motors. You can even see the Unicorn logo right here. So these are motors for tiny whoops. They are supposed to be 25,500 kV, something crazy. I'll be putting these in my 6mm build in the cockroach frame here. These babies are supposed to be super powerful. Let's try them out. Alright, so here's the quad that I'm going to put the new Unicorn motors into. It currently has 19,000 kV motors from Beta FPV in here. So I'm just going to remove these little rubber bands that I have. If you have a decent angled pair of tweezers like this, then getting the props off is super easy. You just kind of wedge them under there and pry them right out. To get the motors out, I try to use my fingers as much as I can, and I get my fingernails latched right on the bottom here. And then I put my thumbs just like this to make sure that the motor will come out. And sometimes I use these tweezers still too. And now we're ready to put these beautiful motors in. So right off the jump, what I can tell is these wires are a lot shorter than normal. So these Unicorn motors are supposed to go with the cockroach frame, and if you do not cut down the little nub, then you'll have about this much sticking up out of your duct. And I want mine to sit flush. I want the prop to be down in there, so I am going to trim mine. I kind of just wanted to get an idea of how much it was, just so I know how much to trim off. Right here is the little nub we're talking about. Alright, I got all my motors in, and with this awesome cockroach frame, they look amazing. There's definitely shorter wires on these motors than I'm used to, but it doesn't look like it matters. In fact, I kind of like it, I think. Let's try to find some props that stick good. Oh yeah, that feels real tight. Hopefully they all feel tight like that. Alright. Let's do this. Holy crap, these motors are so powerful. I don't think I've ever flown 6mm Tiny Whoop motors that powerful. I have flown the ludicrous motors from Tiny Whoop and killed them the first day, but I was flying them back to back on a really hot day, and in this situation with the Unicorn motors, even though I still flew them back to back, it was really cold out, so I don't know if that had anything to do with it. I'm sure it did, but I was able to fly it back to back without any problems, and even though my fingers were freezing off my hands, when I touched the motors, they weren't even warm at all. So they were definitely just crushing. Hopefully you like that flight, and I'm definitely going to order a few more sets of these. If you were thinking about getting these, I definitely think that they're worth $20. I've never done acro in a Tiny Whoop and had that much power at my disposal. How beautiful is that? Thanks for watching, everybody. Whoop on.